Hola, and welcome to my channel. Today you're going to show you how to, well, I can't show you, but I'm going to try to install these lower control arms on a 2001 Honda Civic. I believe these are about the same for a 2001 to 2005. This is going on a 4-door. I believe maybe this 2-door is about the same. I don't know about the hatchback, but this is for a 2-door. It's relatively easy changing these. You only have about 3-4 bolts to take out. You got a 17 millimeter here, and you have to get a special socket for these over here. They're like a 10-point star socket. I believe it's a 19 millimeter. You can buy that online on Amazon. I'll leave a link below. It's relatively cheap, but not for what you get. It's only one socket that you'll probably use once. Maybe you can let friends borrow it, charge them. I don't know, throw it away, do whatever. It's yours. These, they're all right. They're good for OEM. They got this plastic cover on here, I believe, to protect it from rock chips from it rusting, but it's really good to be original. The bushing has seen better days, but it ain't good either. So why not upgrade when you're changing them out? Come out with the new bushing on these Megan Racing lower control arms, and they look much nicer too. So this is pretty easy. Like I said, you're not going to need much tools. Your basic hand tools minus that special socket. That's all you're really going to need. And a jack and jack stands really make this job easier. Okay, so like you can see here, I got the back wheels on jack stand, the back of the car on jack stands. I lifted it up using the tow hook down here. Lift it up and put it on jack stands. You don't need to go up that high. Take off the tire, take off the rim, sorry, and lift up the car and put it on jack stands. Do this safely. Don't be an idiot. You'll get crushed on your own car. Don't get owned by your own car. All right. So, like I said, there's only a couple fasteners you gotta take off. Bolts. First, you gotta take off this. Well, you can do it in either order. You can take off these right here. Like I said, you need that special socket. I'll show you here in a second. And then you gotta take out that 17 right there. Pretty easy, especially if you have an impact. You can do this relatively quick. The hard part is getting everything lined up. When I did the other side, as you can see, looks pretty cool to me. I try to align it with the jack. I left the jack on, as I'll show you here soon. But I try to connect that one first, which was not allowing me to insert and screw in one of these bolts. It was cockeyed. So what I ended up doing is installing these three, then doing that last. Okay, you might have a different situation. I don't know. You might have an easier way, but this is the way I did it. You can do whatever you want. It's your car. Okay, so here is that socket that I told you that you're gonna need. If you try to use a different socket on there, you might strip these out, or it might not work at all. That's something definitely you don't want to do. But here it is. It's a 10-point. I don't know if you can get a brand off there. Let's see. Where are you? There you go. CTA, I believe. Here it is, 10 RTX, 19 millimeter. Okay. Like I said, I'll link that below, and that's a 1/2-inch drive. There it is. That's how it looks. Nothing too amazing. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is gonna get this. We're gonna jack this trailing arm up to help us out a little bit, so we can get these bolts and stuff off and not be too misaligned. Even though you're gonna have to mess with this anyways. But let's lift it up. You don't have to go all crazy. All right. Let me get this impact. Got this Ryobi impact, which unfortunately I can't say too much good things about it, and their warranty services. Home Depot did pretty good on a return. The reason why is that I got my first one and it was defective, like the switch. It would cut out. And then I got the one I got now, and it did the same thing. And I just ended up keeping it anyways. I was tired of returning and waiting. All right, so let's remove this 17. Easy. All right, let's take off this 12 points special 19mm socket. There you go. Like I said, get an impact, man. It makes this job so much easier. Look at that. Not saying that you can't do it with the ratchet. You're just gonna probably be here for a little bit longer than I am. Or you might be able to do it faster than me, I don't know. I'm not trying to win races here. I do this for fun. If I want to win races, I'll do that at work. And there you go. That easy. Simple. See how this one looks. It's actually better than the other side, but whatever. In with the new guys. All right. Like I said, just clean this off here a little bit. That's what I like. I like to do stuff like that. All right. Let's put these bolts in. And like I said, the flat side, you want it. Well, I didn't say anything, but I'm saying now, it wouldn't make sense to put it on like this. No, not at all. See how it has that ridge? You probably bend it. So put the ridge out, facing the back. So let's put this on. Boom, boom, boom. A little bit of motivation always helps. Make sure you're not cross-threading. So if they don't go in easy by hand, then you're probably doing something wrong. You guys are probably saying, I thought you said this was easy. You're a moron. Well, I am a moron. Easy. Still easy. Okay. See, that one was pretty. There we go. And by the way, I'm planning to do, what am I planning to do on this car? I want to install a brace here as well. They sold braces for this. Makes it look nicer. I'm not planning to take this car to track, but I do like my cars to look nice. Also, a sway bar. This is an LX, didn't come with the rear sway bar. Looks relatively easy to install. The only thing is probably gonna have to make some mounting holes that go right here. And this is the nice thing about using the jack and trying to keep everything aligned. Because if you don't use the jack, everything tends to fall down and you lose your alignments, the holes. And it just makes the job a little harder. Sometimes you do it and they don't line up, so it's kind of pointless. But in this case, as you can tell, that upper hole lined up almost perfectly. Sometimes you just have to slip the bolt in and just play around with it a little bit. But in this case, just move it over a little bit and boom, it's lined up. Okay, so this next thing, I'm just gonna tighten it down a little bit with the impact. I'm not gonna go full blown like I'm some crazy boat builder using a rivet gun. All right, so you just do it like that. And then what I'll do, since I don't know the torque specs. I already looked on the Haynes manual. I bought one online, which doesn't tell me the torque specs about this. It might be weird because I've been called Honda and I couldn't get really torque specs from him. He gave me some torque specs, but I really didn't believe him, because what it looks like, if you really look up this trailing arm, which is this bottom part right here, not this is a control arm, this trailing arm is part of an assembly. So when you buy, which they're discontinued now, so you got to buy them at the junkyard or aftermarket, this whole is assembly. The trailing arm and the lower control arm is one assembly. All right, so maybe that's why they don't give me the torque specs, or I can't find them. I don't want to buy all data either. That's kind of expensive, $29, and then every other car is like $19. Come on, man, just want information. All right, so what I do is just do it, what do they say, Titan, Nugan, whatever, I don't know. Just tighten them down. You don't want them flying off in the freeway. Don't leave them loose, okay? Don't do that. So, just gotta tighten them down. As you can see, this job is relatively simple. So easy, a caveman can do it. Hopefully I don't get sued. Okay. And I do want to slug them down, but you got to tell yourself that these are aluminum control arms, lower control arms, so they're soft material. You don't want to break them or whatever. But you'll feel the point of can't tighten no more. If you really want to get crazy, you get a longer bar and tighten them. But what I plan on doing is a couple days after these ride on, I want to tighten them again, since they are aluminum. So I'll get them as tight as I can right now. If you really want to be safe, put some, what's it called? Loctite in there, some blue Loctite. Alright, and then just tighten your 17 up here. Alright, and if you really want to get crazy, you could do this. Just a little bit. Last thing you want to do is break that bolt. Break those bolts in there. Alright, that's it. That's all you got to do. Oh, crap. Okay, well, it's too late for me, but another thing I would have recommended is lifting up the car, or the jack better said, until your car is slightly lifted up the jack stands. You want to preload the suspension. Now I'm going to have to take these off again. I told you I was a moron. Alright. Still want to ruin that new bushing in there, and then this whole thing was pointless. Well, it is pointless still, but it's my pointless. Okay. Tighten those down again. It's preloaded. Always double check your work. There's nobody else to do it for you. I think middle school no more. you want to preload is you can ruin your bushings. That's the last thing you want to do, because they'll take form. I don't know. They'll take form of they'll twist. Kind of makes sense, but I don't know the science behind it. Just do it if you want to. Like I said, it's your car. You want ruined bushings, go ahead and do it. All right, so that's it. Basically, you put your tire back on. I think you tighten the lug nuts on this to 80 or 82 foot-pounds. Like I said, I don't know the torque specs on these. If you can look them up, that'd be great. Tighten them up to where they need to be. But like I said, I'm going to double check these. Haven't loosened up in a couple days since these are aluminum. Okay, so stay tuned for more future videos and other random things, ideas, reviews. All right, have a good day.